Hello again, everybody, and welcome inside the studios of WBCO, WQEL, Crawford County Now in Bucyrus. It's another edition of the Coach's Corner, spring edition number 2. And tonight we have track and tennis athletes making their way into the studio. And first, we have some Bulldog track runners from Crestline High School. And let's get right into things. First of all, introducing head coach Chandler Wilhelm. Coach, how are you doing today?
I'm doing great. How are you?
I'm doing well. Were you guys able to get in some practice in between the rains?
Yeah. It was nice. We just beat out thunderstorms this whole week, so we've been outside.
Nice. And our two athletes from Crestline tonight, first of all, senior Parker Bowman. Parker, how are you?
Pretty good.
Pretty good. Icebreaker question for you. What is your favorite subject in school? If you have any. Would it be easier if I asked you what your least favorite in school? No. Your favorite?
Favorite's just whichever class I can sleep through.
There we go. Nap time. Very good class. Also, sophomore Addie Giesige. They nicknamed her Goose. How are you doing tonight, Addie?
I'm good.
What is your favorite pet?
My
Any animal?
My
Pet?
dog.
Your dog?
Mm-hmm.
Nice. What breed is your dog?
He's a Bichon.
A Bichon.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, never heard of a Bichon before.
The white fluffy dog.
Oh, the white fluffy. Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
I just call them white fluffy dogs.
Yeah.
So there we go. All right, let's get into things, Coach. Introduce yourself to the people watching. Don't know who you are. Did you run track back in the day? Do you run now? Where'd you go to high school? If you went to college, where'd you go to college, and when did you start coaching?
So I went to high school at Heath High School.
Okay.
It's east side of Columbus. I ran track and cross country there, and then I went to Walsh University in Canton, Ohio, and ran cross country and track for Walsh. And then this is my third year coaching at Crestline, second year as head coach. So, and I still try and run as many days as I can with them and keep up.
If you would say, how many miles a day or practice do you get in? Or are you able
Me
to
personally?
Yeah.
If I'm lucky, I can get 4-ish.
4-ish?
Yeah.
Hey, it's 4 more than I can get. Parker, what are your events?
I'm usually long jump every meet, and then hopefully the 4x1 when we can, and then whatever else they put me in, really.
But you're more the shorter distance and the field events, things like that.
It depends on who you ask, really.
You ever run the mile or the 2 mile?
No.
He's ran cross country before, so yeah.
Okay, that's good enough. Addie, what are your events?
Pretty much everything. I don't do any field events. I'm mainly in all the relays,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm usually shorter distance, but I've done cross country, so.
Gotcha. See, I ran the 4x8, the mile, and the 2 mile, so it was. It's a lot easier doing what you guys are doing.
Yeah, that was my specialty
Distance,
too.
Yeah. Distance, I wouldn't say it was fun, but you finished, you're happy. What's your furthest length you've had for long jump, Parker?
In meet was 19.3.
Okay.
It was sophomore year.
Yeah. How's that place?
I think I got first in that meet. It was at Loudonville. So
Nice. Addie, what's your out of the relays? What's your favorite relay?
I'd say maybe the 4x2,
Mm-hmm.
because the 4x, they're kind of hard to get handoffs, but
Mm-hmm.
I think that's my favorite because that's probably my best open event.
Mm-hmm. What is, you said the handoffs are kind of hard, but which
Mhm.
one would you say is the hardest? Is it the 4x1 because the speed's a lot faster, or is it the other ones because you're a little bit more out of breath?
I'd say the 4x1 because the handoffs have to be perfect for
Mm-hmm.
because of the shorter distance.
Yeah, I mean, look what the U.S. track was. It the 4x1 that they've DQ'd the last 3 times or something like
Yeah.
that. It's really tough, no matter who you are, to run that. Let's get into our first game of the day. We're gonna do 10 spin. So if you guys don't know what this game is, I have 10 questions for you. I have a random number generator. It's gonna pop up on the screen as I speak right there. All 3 of you are gonna participate in 3 rounds. You say stop. The numbers will stop, and I will give you the number that goes with the question. So, Coach, we'll let you start things
Alrighty.
off. Whenever you're ready, say stop.
Stop.
Stop on number 5. What's your favorite movie?
Pulp Fiction.
Pulp Fiction. Give me one quote, PG, but one quote from Pulp Fiction.
That's a tasty burger.
There we go. Yes, that's very PG. Thank you very much. Samuel L. Jackson just popped up in my head, and we'll just stick with that. All right, first time around for you, Parker. When you're ready, say stop.
Stop.
Stop on number 9. If you could be an animal, which animal would you be?
Kangaroo.
Why?
Cause
You get the hops.
It's
You
kangaroo.
really went
It's a-
long jump if you got that, right?
it's kangaroo.
Kangaroo. True. Carry stuff in your pouches.
Yeah.
And put some snacks in there. Just right there. I like it. All right, Addie. Whenever you're ready, say stop.
Stop.
Stop on number 1. One celebrity you would like to switch places with.
I don't know. Anyone who has a lot of money.
Okay. Taylor Swift.
Yeah.
If you're a sports guy, you like maybe like Travis Kelce or I don't know, Tom Cruise has a lot of money, things like that. Okay. Coach, your second time around, whenever you're ready, say stop.
Stop.
Stop on number 3. You are participating in an eating contest. Which food could you eat in bulk to win?
I'm gonna go with chicken wings.
Chicken wings?
Yeah.
The original? What kind of chicken wings? Like, is it a B-Dubs? Is it a Hooters wing?
I like roosters.
Roosters wings, yeah.
Buffalo sauce.
Buffalo sauce. That's a good one. How many wings have you eaten in your life, like at one sitting, you know?
So in college, we would go to Quaker Steak, and they would have all-you-can-eat wings for like $15, and I did 26. I think was the most I ever did.
You guys are the reason they stopped doing all you
Yeah,
can eat
probably.
wings so much, right? Yeah. I like it. All right, Parker, second time around, whenever you're ready, say stop.
Stop.
Stop on number 8. What's your favorite song?
Favorite song?
Yeah.
I don't
Maybe
know.
one that just runs
I don't
through your
know.
head at certain times.
There's too many.
There's too many.
I can't.
What song did you request the other day at the weight room when you were maxing out?
Oh, it was a Halo 2 song. It was it was "Blow Me Away" by Breaking Benjamin.
Do you know? You gotta sing a line from it now, though.
No,
No.
no, I can't sing.
Addie, do you have a favorite song?
Like every week. Yeah.
Oh, you have a favorite song every week.
Yeah.
New one.
It changes.
What's this week's?
Probably Prom by SZA.
Do you know a verse from it?
Feeling like growing up.
Okay. Hey, that's good enough. Good enough.
Thank you.
And now you get to pick a question. So whenever you're ready, you've earned it. Yeah, you've earned yourself this question for singing. Bailed out Parker too. But whenever you're ready, say stop. Teamwork, right?
Stop.
Stop on number 10. Well, we are brought to you by Pizza Hut of Bucyrus and Galion. No one out Pizza Hut like they do in Bucyrus and Galion. Build me your favorite Pizza Hut pizza. Like a stuffed crust, no stuffed crust, seasoned crust, toppings, sauces, all that jazz.
Probably just. I don't want no sauce.
Okay.
I just want thick crust with cheese and pepperoni. And that's it.
Stuffed
Oh,
crust.
and the bacon.
Bacon stuffed crust with the cheese or just
No.
no? Okay. All right. Interesting without the sauce, but I like it.
I don't like sauce.
All right. Coach, final time around. Whenever you're ready, say stop.
Stop.
Number 7. Well, you can't do that one because it's giving your best impression of Coach. So this will be our group one for now. You guys give us your best impression of Coach while you're running. Say, Parker, when you're about to, this is your final jump. You've X'd out twice. You scratched twice. This is your final one. What's Coach yelling at you to get you pumped up for this final jump?
I don't know. Wilhelm's never over there.
Yeah, I'm not as long jump coach.
Yeah.
Okay. What's he
thinking.
usually at for what event?
His running events.
Your running events? Okay, for 4x1. he yelling?
Usually not there either. Usually it's like the 400 or.
Okay. Well, for the 400 then. Just give me your best impression of Coach when you're running.
Oh. He's always yelling at me. He's always like, "Oh, stay strong, Parker. Bump your arms."
There we go. There we go.
Actor coach.
Yeah, probably.
Addie, do you have an impression of Coach?
I don't know. He's just like, be a competitor. Stop running slow.
All right. That works. All right, Coach, I'll give you one more to go
Alrighty.
around. This is whenever you're ready.
Stop.
We will go with number 6. What's your favorite high school memory?
I guess winning state. I don't want to brag, but I guess winning state.
Now, as a team, or did you individually win state?
I won in the 4x4, 4x8, and the open 8.
There we go. Wow. So that's what, 30 points for yourself, 3 gold medals?
Yeah.
Is
Well,
that
the one
single?
was
What
the
it?
4x4 was indoor,
Indoor.
so outdoor. Yeah.
Awesome. Wow. Yeah. Don't want to brag, but I won 2 state championships outside and 1 indoors.
Yeah.
Congratulations. though.
Thank you.
Parker, your final time. Whenever you're ready, say stop.
Stop.
Stop on number 3. So we'll do number 4. What's your favorite quote? Any quote you live by, things like that. Like mine is be a goldfish. And Lasso fans out there would know that.
When I had a coach tell me that, like, you got to embrace the suck. Like,
Okay.
no sport you play is ever going to be easy, or nothing you really do is ever going to be easy.
I like that.
It's going to suck. You just
Embrace
gotta
the suck. Yeah.
have to.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because if you don't know,
I think I know the end of it. The ending. It's like, rays on high are blue and white. Crestline, let's go. I don't know.
fight.
Something,
maybe?
No,
something.
you just skip 3/4 of it.
Okay. You know it?
I don't know the words, but I know like
The Ohio State fight song. And
It's the
that's what's
same.
from.
one,
But yeah.
probably.
Hey, you did better than most, so we'll give that to you. That has been 10 Spin, our first game. Let's get back to some questions and some easier things to do right now. Coach, I know, like you're saying, you know, you can't do much during an event when they're running,
Yeah.
except for, you know, try and, you know, hype them up by yelling. But what can you do outside of meets at practice? What can a coach do to get your players better?
We just try and
Runs.
have, you know, the best training plan we can and make sure that they're prepared for as much as they can when it matters. Recovery is big for us. Make sure that, you know, we're taking care of our bodies so when meet days come, especially for like these two who do 4 events at most meets just because we use them everywhere, that they don't, you know, burn out or anything like that. So we take recovery really seriously and then just putting a good training plan together.
Park, what's your recovery like when you get those recovery times?
well, we always stretch as a team after every practice. We'll stretch as a team, and then some days we'll do like band stretches, and then ice baths, rolling, cupping, scraping. Then we got Normatec boots, which is like it's compression.
Okay.
It goes all the way up your leg. That
Keep the
always
blood
feels
flow
nice.
going.
Yeah.
All right. A lot more than what we did. Keep your hands over your head and walk around the track.
Yeah.
When we ran, but yeah, the things that the technology coach. How's that changed from when you ran back in the day?
Yeah, not that much. I wasn't too far back in the day.
Yeah.
A lot of like what we do is like really similar to what I did.
Yeah.
So I take a lot of, you know, I had a lot of good coaches,
Mhm.
you know, that got me to where I'm at, and so I use a lot of that philosophy in what we do. So
Yeah. If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
yeah.
Yeah. Addie, what do you do to train, training wise? What do you do in a typical practice to get yourself ready for a meet?
I kind of just try to keep that mindset every practice. Like, okay, you can do this. Just get through it. And I try to focus on my form, because if you don't have your form down, you can't do it in a meet.
Absolutely.
And I kind of just try to focus on my form and my mindset and my blocks and everything. Yeah.
if there was a specific meet, I know with Mid-Buckeye you guys still have your
Yeah.
track meet, everything like that. But outside of your conference meet, districts, things like that, what's one of the favorite meets that you like to go to? No, that's the same to you, Parker, after her.
I like the freshman sophomore meets. I like not having a lot of people. I like not having a lot of people there.
You're waiting until you get to state
Yeah.
for there to be a lot of people. Build that up, right?
Mm-hmm.
What about you, Parker?
Outside of like conference and state and all that, I think my favorite meet that I went to was the Loudonville meet sophomore year.
Mhm.
I don't know. It's just I really like their long jump pit.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's tucked back like away from the wind
Mm-hmm.
because it's got the bleachers and then a building.
Mm-hmm.
And
I know
then
exactly where that is. Yeah.
their pit's really nice. The sand's nice and soft.
Yeah, it's something too that has to go with it. Like, you could go a couple inches one way or the other, just the way the pit's designed, right?
Yeah.
Because if it's a nice pit, if it's a good track to run on, then you could get your best jump. But then sometimes you go to another school where it's not that well kept, and it could hurt you, right?
100%.
Coach, how do you what do you do schedule wise ahead of the main meets like the Mid-Buckeye Conference and districts? Like, do you get into some? Do you like more like tri meets, things like that, or do you like to go to invitationals and just get them
Yeah.
prepared?
I'm not a huge fan of racing during the week. I think that we can get more out of a good workout during the week than we can out of a race, other than race experience. So we try and keep most of our meets on the weekend and just do invites on Fridays or Saturdays.
Yeah. What's your favorite invite to send them to?
I like the county meet.
Yeah.
Yeah, with just the 6 schools and you know,
I mean, there's some really good
yeah,
competition
you
in the county too.
You see a lot of good competition there. So.
All right. What are some expectations for you guys this season, Parker? What would you like to see in your senior season, go on for yourself?
Really, I just want to I want to be the best I can be. I want to see I really just want to see all the pieces fall together because I know I didn't do it last year, but I did it freshman, sophomore meet, and sophomore year we were just one other piece away and from having a really good 4x1. Well, now we have those pieces, and it could all just be really good. Same with hurts to say, but the 4x4 potentially.
Yeah.
But there are a lot of really good things that we could do, and I just want it all to fall together.
Yeah.
Real nice.
And I mean, one of the main keys of those relays, like we talked a little bit earlier, is the transition of the stick. How much do you practice stick passes during the week?
So far, we've only done it once, but once we get into the more meets, since first meet's Friday, so we don't really know what to expect. Because race, even if you're going 100% in practice, race pace is a little different.
Absolutely. Yeah. You can't replicate it during the week, but once you get in, that's why it's important to get into some of those invitations, especially early on, to get that competition against somebody else. But that's a big thing too, especially in the faster ones, the 4x1 and the 4x2. Is if you have a really good stick pass, it could determine which place you're in because you get an extra step against somebody. So yeah, that's a good thing. What are your expectations for your sophomore track season, Addie?
I just want to see a lot of improvements in myself because I've been doing a lot of training over the winter and the summer, like doing cross country for my first year. And I just want to see improvements because going from a freshman to a sophomore, like last year I was like, oh, I'm just a freshman. This year I'm like, oh, I'm a sophomore. I have a lot more competition. I really got to step it up. So I can't be just good for a freshman. I want to be good.
And do you feel like you're already making strides from your freshman year to now?
100%. My block start is a lot better. My relays, I don't know. We haven't really worked on any relays, but my block start's a lot better. My form's a lot better. I already see improvements in my mindset too.
That's great. It's great. And you just got to think, you get better this year, you still have 2 more years to get even better. Maybe you'll make it down to the state meet where there's thousands of people, many teams watching you. No pressure. You still got time, but that's the goal for every track athlete. No pressure here, though. We're going to our final game. It's called WTF. No, folks, it's not what you're thinking. It's weird, true, and false. I have 3 categories. Coach will decide which category the two athletes get, and then he will get the final one. I've already discussed what categories you have, so you know what you're going to do. But the 3 categories today are cartoon dogs, because it is the Bulldogs we have right here, marshmallows, and 80s action blockbusters. Coach, which one are you giving Parker to start with?
He's got marshmallows.
He's doing marshmallows. All right, are you ready, Parker? Your 5 true and false questions start now. Number 1, marshmallows were originally used as medicine in ancient Egypt. True or false?
False.
It is true. The sap from the marshmallow plant, I'm not going to pronounce when it says Althea officinalis or something like that, was mixed with honey and nuts to treat sore throats and other ailments in ancient Egypt. Before it didn't work and they died and had to be mummified. But still, it is actually true. Kind of crazy that's true. Question 2. The fear of marshmallows is called marshmophobia. True or false?
False. I don't feel like that's a thing.
You are correct. There is no recognized term marshmophobia for the fear of marshmallows. Is there? I'm going to ask Adam Thompson. Is there a fear of marshmallows? Well, I don't have internet, so I don't know what the link is. PsychologyToday.com, folks, if you would like to see what that was. But you are correct, so you're 1 for 2. Question number 3. Astronauts have used marshmallows as nose plugs. True or false?
True.
That is true. Marshmallows have been used by astronauts as makeshift nose plugs due to their soft, pliable texture. And hopefully you don't have a runny nose to where it starts melting here. That's just a sticky situation. But 2 for 3. Question number 4. The world's largest marshmallow weighed over 500 pounds. True or false?
False.
That is false. The world's largest marshmallow weighed over 200, not 500 pounds. Now you're on a roll. Final question. Americans buy enough marshmallows each year to equal the weight of 1,286 gray whales. 1,286 gray whales. Americans buy enough marshmallows each year to equal that weight.
False.
It's true. U.S. residents purchase roughly 90 million pounds of marshmallows annually, which is equivalent to the weight of 1,286 gray whales. A lot of hot cocoa, especially with how cold it's been, I guess. So 3 out of 5. That's pretty good. That is pretty good for you. That's about the norm we've had so far for WTF. All right, Coach, we have cartoon dogs and 80s action blockbusters for Addie. Which one are you getting her?
She can have cartoon dogs.
Cartoon dogs. And it was funny because before we came on the air, they actually named the 5 dogs that will be questions about. So, number 1, Addie. Scooby-Doo is a Great Dane who solves mysteries with his friends.
True.
That is true. Scooby-Doo is a Great Dane known for his love of food and solving mysteries with the Mystery Inc. gang. What does he like eating?
Scooby snacks.
There you go. I'll give you a bonus point for that just for knowing. So you're 2 for 2. Number 2. Snoopy from Peanuts. Snoopy from Peanuts is a Dalmatian. True or false?
False.
That is false. Snoopy is a beagle, not a Dalmatian, and is known for his imaginative adventures and love of his doghouse. 2 for 2 with a bonus point. 3 for 2. Question 3. Pluto, Mickey Mouse's dog, can talk in most cartoons. True or false?
False.
That is false. He's a silent character who communicates through body language and expressive sounds, unlike Goofy, who can talk. 4 for 3. Question number 4. Clifford, the big red dog, grows so large because of Emily Elizabeth's love.
True.
That is true. His enormous size is attributed to the unconditional love from his owner, Emily Elizabeth. 4 out of 4 with a bonus point. Final question for you. Brian Griffin from Family Guy is a talking golden retriever.
False.
That is false. He is an anamorphic white Labrador retriever known for his wit and philosophical musings and his love for beverages. So you went 5 for 5 and got a bonus point, so 6 out of 5. Congratulations. That is the most anybody has answered in WTF. And I think you might be the second person to get 5 for 5. So congratulations. Now to you, Coach. 80s action blockbusters. Arnold Schwarzenegger starred in The Terminator as a time-traveling cyborg assassin. True or false?
True.
That is true. In The Terminator, Schwarzenegger plays a cyborg sent from the future to kill Sarah Connor, whose son will lead a rebellion against machines. 1 for 1. Question 2. Die Hard takes place during a Christmas party at Nakatomi Plaza.
True.
That is true. Bruce Willis stars as John McClane, who must save hostages, including his wife, from terrorists during a Christmas party in L.A. My second question for you is that a Christmas movie?
No.
I'm not going to remove points from you, but I disagree. Question number 3. Top Gun is about a group of Navy SEALs fighting aliens.
False.
That is false. Do you know what movie was about Navy SEAls fighting aliens?
No.
Well, I don't know if they're at Navy SEAls at Independence Day fighting aliens. Yeah. Also, rest in peace, Iceman. Question number 4. Predator features Arnold Schwarzenegger battling an alien in the jungle.
True.
That is true. Schwarzenegger leads a team of soldiers who face off against a deadly extraterrestrial hunter in the Guatemalan jungle. And that's the Navy SEALs fighting aliens, isn't it, Adam? Okay, gotcha. Question number 5. Raiders of the Lost Ark is set during World War II and focuses on Indiana Jones finding the Holy Grail.
False.
That is false. Raiders of the Lost Ark is set in 1936 and follows Indiana Jones searching for the Ark of the Covenant, not the Holy Grail. And you, sir, go 5 for 5.
I'd like to thank my dad for making me watch those stupid movies.
Oh, stupid.
Most of them are good.
14 out of 15. That included the bonus point that is the leader, not only during the spring season, but you guys in the winter season also. That is the highest mark you guys can do. Thank you very much. And for a bonus, the Galion Tigers will have 5 questions to answer about cartoon tigers after the break. But before we go to that break, I'm going to let you guys shout out as many people as you like, because we here on the OH.REPORT love letting our coaches and athletes give shout outs. So, Coach, if you would like to look into the camera and shout out as many people, go for it.
I'll just give a shout out to my coaching staff, Coach Phillips, Coach G, and Coach Borders.
All right, Parker, your turn.
Oh, whoa.
Yeah, everybody gets to shout out.
My mom, my stepdad, 2 big ones.
Absolutely.
All the coaches, Coach Wilhelm, Coach Phillips, didn't know what to call him for a second. Coach G, Coach Borders, and really, Kean, Carter,
Go for it. Yeah.
Derek,
All right.
just those 3.
Just those 3.
And Colton.
Is that your 4x4 and 4x1?
Just a
teammates?
4x1.
Just this 4x1? All
Yeah.
right. Appreciate it. Addie, go for it.
I want to thank my family, and then I want to thank all the coaches, Coach G, Coach Wilhelm, Coach Phillips, and my teammates for helping me get through practices. And I want to thank Nevaeh for being by my side through the whole cross-country season, even when it was just us 2, and the whole winter season, even when it was just us 2. So, yeah, that's
There
it.
we go. Thank you very much. Very much. Crestline Bulldogs track and field athletes. Best of luck this season as you get ready for your first meet of the year, and hopefully that 4x1 does what it's supposed to. And you guys do some big things. Rooting for you guys, but thank you very much. We will take a break, and when we come back, it'll be the Galion Tigers tennis, the boys tennis squad, right here on the Coach's Corner, brought to you by Pizza Hut of Bucyrus and Galion. We'll be back. here on the Coach's Corner, brought to you by Pizza Hut of Bucyrus and Galion. No one out pizzas the Hut like they do in Bucyrus and Galion. Get your pizza today, especially before the storms come in. You never know. You know, pizza can stay out for a while. You can eat it. If you lose power, hey, you have some pizza ready. I know these boys here have eaten some good pizza from Pizza Hut, Bucyrus and Galion, because they ate while they were waiting to come on here. So let's, without further ado, introduce the Galion Tigers boys tennis squad. Head coach Tom Pazzi. Coach, how are you?
I'm doing great.
Great.
I enjoy life.
That's what you said. We all enjoy life here. So this is it's just a lot less stressful when you enjoy your life, right?
My psychology of life is you can't enjoy it. It's pretty tough.
Yeah, exactly.
Pretty tough. Got to have a good attitude to do the thing. You know.
So we finished with the WTF for Crestline. Well, we actually had 5 questions pertaining to cartoon tigers, and since they're the Tigers, we're going to start off with that. So, Coach, I'm going to give you 1 question about tigers. I'll give the boys 2 each. So this is your WTF question, and it is from the movie Aladdin. Raja, Princess Jasmine's tiger from Aladdin, was originally designed as a lion. True or false?
I would say true.
It's false.
Oh.
Raja has always been depicted as a tiger in Disney's Aladdin, serving as Jasmine's loyal companion and protector.
Yeah.
I give you credit for trying, though.
I don't know anything about that.
Yeah, it's a Disney movie. You know, some people like them, some people
I
don't.
went to a different one. That's okay.
That's okay. All right, now to our participants, our athletes. Carson Walker is senior. How are you, Carson?
I'm doing great.
Yeah, I know you said you like the hat. I don't like the team right now, but I do like the hat as well. Go Pirates. Your first question. Tony the Tiger is the mascot for Frosted Flakes cereal.
100% true.
That is 100% true. Tony the Tiger has been the face of Kellogg's Frosted Flakes since 1952, known for what catchphrase?
They're great.
Boom. Boom.
All
Bonus
right.
point for you. You made up for
There it is.
bonus point. Give it to Coach. There you go.
Jeez.
We got you, Coach.
Easy question.
Our second participant, you've seen him just last season. You also saw him on our best of, Jack Reinhardt. He's the man who sang, who came in and saved his boys and got a bonus points. Welcome to the big seat. Welcome to the show, actually,
Thank you.
Jack. And I still got to say that was a very fun moment. They brought you in. You got the big points there. You helped them out. But how are you today?
Good.
How are you? Good.
Doing good.
All right, your question. Shere Khan from the Jungle Book is a friendly tiger who helps Mowgli. I haven't seen Jungle Book in so far. He helps Mowgli find his family. True or false?
True.
It's false.
No, it's a bear.
He's the main
That was a bear.
antagonist in the Jungle Book,
Bear.
known for hunting Mowgli and being feared by other animals in the jungle. All right, last 2 questions before we get into our questions. Carson, Tigger from Winnie the Pooh loves bouncing because he has springs in his tail. True or false?
True.
It's false. He loves bouncing due to his energetic personality, but he does not have literal springs in his tail. It's just part of his whimsical behavior.
Huh.
Yeah.
Good to
Now
know.
you know, right?
Yeah,
I
yeah.
didn't know that either. All right, Mr.
Sound.
Reinhardt, final one. Master Tigress from Kung Fu Panda is one of the strongest members of the Furious Five. True or false?
True.
That is true. Master Tigress is a South China tiger and one of the fiercest warriors in the Furious Five, known for her strength and discipline in Kung Fu Panda. All right, now that we got that out of the way, let's get to some questioning. You guys, I'm looking at the MOAC site. One match so far this year, a 5-0 victory over Bucyrus. Is that correct?
We haven't played
You
it all.
haven't played it all. Okay, so the MOAC site was a little bit off there, but
Both got canceled.
Buckeye canceled. So,
Yeah.
Coach, going through spring and, getting through your spring practice before going to your first meet, just how have you liked your team so far?
Oh, well, as far as the tennis is concerned, well, everything.
Mm-hmm.
They're awesome.
Great.
Yeah, they've done great.
Yeah.
We, given all the circumstances of having to play inside,
Mm-hmm.
and having just one court, which is, hard to get even that, right?
Yeah.
So we've been doing that off and on conditioning since the middle of February, or, and actually, I think it was like the second week in February or something. And we were inside in the gym, and they were doing great in there, and we set up a net, and we had a great time. When I say a great time, I mean they they really produce and they work hard and they enjoy what they're doing.
It's good.
And I think that makes all the difference.
Absolutely.
And as far as going outside now, I think they're progressing better every day. They work hard every day to get better every day. And
That's all you can
I'm
ask for.
impressed with that. I love their attitudes. They're all good students in the classroom. I enjoy that. And I think it's nice to talk to people that know what they're, can remember things, you know. Yeah, I mean, coaches like that. And so, I try to be in a good mood, and they're in a good mood, and the techniques for tennis and the skills and so forth that we pass on to them with my assistant and myself. I think they're catching on and they're doing really well. Scale of 1 to 10, I'd give it a 9 as far as preparation and so forth, attitudes, good students, the whole business. I don't know. It's just going pretty good. Now, as far as our effectiveness in the league, we have. I would just say a wild guess would probably average or a little above, but I'm not sure. I don't know. I know a little bit about what's out there.
Yeah.
But it's hard to say since we've been under the weather.
Yeah.
For the last 2 matches got canceled and so forth, which is nobody's fault, of course. But all my players enjoy coming to practice. Sometimes I can't get rid of them, and that's a good thing.
Yeah.
And
keep
I
practicing.
stay.
Yeah.
And some of them volunteer to stay, even when we're inside or outside, doesn't matter. And I'm really proud of them for that because that really makes a difference.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It's good.
So I don't want to take up all the time here, but go ahead.
Hey, I love it.
I could
love it.
probably
A
go
happy
on. I
coach.
could go on for another half hour, but that's all right.
Hey, good coach is a happy coach. That's why I like
That's
to say.
right, I am.
Carson, what have you liked about preparations for this season?
I've liked the variety of our practices. We do different drills every single time, and every single person gets to participate equally. And just getting to know each person, like how they play, like their version of how they play around the court, and everything about them.
What about you, Jack?
I mean, it's just easy to come into practice every day and play for, especially a coach who loves doing what he does, and it really spirits are always high, and we're just always trying to compete to get better. I think we've grown a lot. We have a young team, but I think we've shown a lot of improvement so far. So just looking forward to first match coming up. So
It's awesome. So you're probably playing music as you're going through warm ups and practices and stuff. What is on the playlist?
well, it's one. So we bought this JBL speaker at the school.
Gotta have it.
With these things called Tiger tickets, it's actually pretty awesome. Teachers give them out. But anyways, tennis team combined together. We bought ourselves a little mini JBL speaker for practice. And, I'm not going to lie. It was kind of hard to get Coach on board with the music for a little bit. But we were there.
He gave in.
We
He
got
gave
it.
in.
He gave in. So
I try to give in a little bit, even though I'm about 2 generations.
He was against it
beyond
to
that.
start with.
It's I can't help it. I'm sorry. I'm in a
gotcha.
different generation. But
Yeah,
I
I know.
like some of their music actually. I
Some
think
of
some of
it's
it's really
catchy.
good.
I'm more of a
Yeah.
70s, 80s, 90s stuff, but there are
Yeah.
some good songs out there.
Yeah, there
Stuff,
is. There is. And a lot of people their age like our old stuff too.
They do.
I noticed that a long time ago with my son. And I think young people sometimes catch on to the oldies and they like those too. So we kind of respect each other for our music.
Got to have variety.
There you go.
Yeah, there you go.
What's on some of the playlists that he likes from you, and then what's some of the things that you like from back in the day, as I would say.
we do like clean rap stuff, just generic playlists that we found on Spotify or whatever. And then Iconic Rock, all the old goodies.
Q92.7, shout out.
Yes, sir. And get some worship music in there too. Just some Christian rap.
Yeah.
Yep.
So can I say you guys are fans of the Foo Fighters, Chili Peppers, like
I'd say
that?
so.
Yeah. What about you, Carson? What's some of the songs the music you like?
I just listen whenever he plays.
Yeah.
He's in charge. He's in charge of the speaker, so whatever he puts on,
Well,
I usually don't argue.
Yeah. Well, let's talk about that. The tennis team, you guys get these tickets that you probably use on yourself, but you guys all join together to get this speaker. What's that just say about you guys as a team? Wanting to do stuff like that for each other.
I think we look out for each other a lot. I mean, speaker's just a small thing. I mean, it just doesn't really matter. But for a team, if somebody's down, we pick each other up, and if somebody's high, we give them high fives all the time. We're compassionate with them, and yeah, just go on every day, practice.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Well, let's see if you guys won't be as a team for this first full game that we play because you'll be going against each other. It is called On the Same Page. Coach knows what the newlywed game was, as I explain this every week. I will give Coach a topic and 3 answers to choose from. He will choose one of those answers, and our athletes will try and match them. If they do match them, they get a point. After 5 questions, whoever has the most points wins. Nothing. They get bragging rights, but they can go back to practice and say, I know Coach better than he does. So, without further ado, let's go to On the Same Page. Our first question, Coach, these 3 desserts, which is your favorite out of these 3 types of desserts? Cookies, cakes, or ice cream? Write down your answer, and the boys have to try and match you. Favorite dessert type, cookies, cake, or ice cream? Okay, boys, turn them over. One says cake, one says ice cream. Coach, turn yours over. He says cakes, so Carson takes a 1-0 lead. I would have said, though, Jack, I would have said ice cream.
It's ice cream.
It's ice cream. Dairy Queen, like Culver's, what type of ice cream?
It's ice cream. You can't go wrong.
Amen, brother.
DK's and Galion, pretty good.
Very good.
Actually,
Shout out.
actually for me, it's none of them.
No, what is your
Really?
favorite?
New York cheesecake
Oh, okay.
with
Interesting.
strawberries that are heated, and you put them on there, and you go.
Well,
There you go.
cheesecake's a type of cake, so.
Technically, it's a cake. It's a cheesecake.
But I
so
had
you gotta
cake.
take
I
it-
had cake
Yeah, you had
written
cake
down,
on there.
but
You
I
did, so you're good.
but I
Okay.
don't know.
I
That's-
gotcha.
Yeah. Okay. Go ahead.
Cheesecake, that's a good one, too. Okay, number 2. Favorite outdoor activity out of these 3? Just relaxing, maybe sitting outside reading a book or on a hammock or something. Exercising or sports, like playing tennis or golf. Out of those,
My favorite activity
Yes.
outside of tennis.
it's sports, so it could be tennis if that's your favorite activity. But sports, relaxing, or exercising. Those are the 3 to choose from. Coach?
It's outside. I'm doing outside of tennis. That's how I'm
Okay.
answering.
Outside of tennis.
So I hope they fix it.
All right, boys,
Kinda
turn
screwed
yours
me.
over. Tennis or sports?
I tried to go with the safe answer.
Playing a
Is it?
guitar and singing.
Oh,
call
I
that
caught him doing
relaxing.
that one time.
That'd be
I caught him
relaxing.
doing that one time. He's good. He's good.
You a good guitarist, Coach?
Well, I don't know.
He sinks with
I
it.
don't know. I'm in a couple different. I do a couple gigs each year, and I have some gigs like 4 times a year. And
Yeah.
and yeah, and I have friends that are in the music business,
Okay.
and we do gigs, practice all the time. I have a friend. In fact, I've been basically I've been busy actually lately getting ready for a gig next summer already, and we do like these things in the spring. We're going to have something right after Easter, but yeah, I have friends, and it's probably my biggest hobby outside of tennis.
Do you know the intro to Stairway to Heaven?
Not sure.
Freebird?
Heard of that?
Heard of that? Freebird?
Yeah.
All right.
We do mostly oldies and country and gospel.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Appreciate that. I mean, everybody loves a
Yeah.
good guitarist.
Mm.
That goes into my third question. Your favorite music type out of these 3? Country, pop, or hip hop?
Oh.
What is your favorite music type? And I have a feeling I know what this answer is now that you gave us our answer. But boys, turn 'em over.
I already gave the answer.
Coach? It was country. Yep.
You guys are already talking to me about it.
It's called a segue right there, Coach, in the business.
All right.
Carson leads 2-1 as we go to question number 4. Coach, out of these 3 destinations, your favorite vacation spot would be beach, the lake, or in the mountains? Out of those 3.
That's easy.
Now make sure not to show the boy. There we go. Mine on a cruise ship. Or in Atlantic City, like I just got back from. You know. Boys, turn 'em over. Beach, lake,
Beach.
beach.
Yeah.
We have a tie going into our last question.
This is
Uh,
for-
Darn it.
Specific beach? What do you like going to a specific
I
place
don't know
or?
the name of it. There's one in Florida. I can't remember where my son went. It was really
Siesta Key?
no. It was on the Gulf, on the north side of Florida. I'm trying to remember what the name
Is
of
it
it was.
Destin?
I'll tell you what. I like Daytona Beach.
Yeah,
Yeah, I've been there a few times,
I have too. You can
And,
drive on the beach.
and I was in Maui about 6 years ago,
Uh huh.
and there's some neat beaches out
I
there.
bet.
Yeah. Yeah, I did surfing out there.
Oh wow.
Oh,
He
wow.
plays guitar.
He
He,
does it all.
surfs. He's a
I should have
everything.
brought my pictures. It would blow your mind. They
Slideshow.
call me the Big Kahuna,
He does it all.
and I had the biggest surfboard in the class.
That's so cool. That is awesome. All right. Hey, living life and loving it. I love it. I love it. Final question. We have a tie. So if we do end up in a tie after this, Coach is going to put a number between 1 and 10 on the board. You guys have to try and guess it. But that's after this question if we're in a tie. Final question, Coach.
Oh.
Your favorite holiday out of these three? Valentine's Day, Halloween, or Christmas? Do we have a tiebreaker or do we have a winner? We'll find out here now.
I say we have a surfing contest.
We good?
Boys?
It's Christmas guy.
It is Christmas.
Yeah.
We got a tie. So now, Coach, a number, you erase that, put a number between 1 and 10 on your board. Boys, you write a number between 1 and 10 on the board. Don't try and look at each other's. We actually had 2 girls before twice match the same number as Coach, and I just gave them all the win. So, Coach, a number between 1 and 10, write one number down. Boys, write yours down as well right now.
It's not a rating. You're just guessing a number.
Yeah, just guess
Yeah.
the number. Just guess the number.
Gotta guess the number.
Coach, you've guessed my football number in high school, and my favorite number, actually. Boys, turn them over.
I got them
It's
all.
7. We got a
7.
match.
Got all of them.
He said
Oh, no,
4.
it's-
That's
what
a
is it?
4.
That's a 4.
Jack Reinhardt, congratulations.
Oh, yeah.
You win in a tiebreaker. You may go back to practice and say, I'm just a little bit better than Carson in knowing my coach, but not by far. That was fun. Learned a lot there, too. Guitarist, surfer, big kahuna.
I only
Coach.
did that once, but I passed the class.
Hey, if you
When-
pass the class, that's all that matters,
If I ever
Coach.
go back to Maui, I'm going to take level 2.
You should.
I'll show you my certificates sometime and my pictures.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Next time they come up here for the coach, maybe next year.
Yeah,
we'll
I'll
have
bring,
pictures
I'll bring
ready.
them. I got a
And
whole
we'll
big
remember
folder
that.
of them. Yeah. Okay.
All right, Coach. Let's get back to talking about your team. What are some expectations for the season? I know you have 2 seniors here and a younger group as well, but what are some expectations for the rest of the year as you get towards districts and the MOAC meet?
Well, as a retired high school teacher and a coach for 29 years, by the way, my philosophy has always been to measure their growth from the time I see them on the first day of the season to the end of the year.
Mm-hmm.
And it doesn't have to be in scores. What I'm talking about is growth in human development, social development as young people growing into adulthood and using tennis as a mechanism to become better and better as an adult when they get there. And I use the process and the opportunity as a tennis coach to encourage them to do really well at the game that we're playing, because it teaches them all kinds of social things that are so awesome that you cannot get in other ways. For example, a student that goes to the high school and gets on the bus and goes home and plays with his computer all evening isn't going to learn social development as much as my tennis players coming out there to learn sportsmanship. That is a big difference, a huge difference. And when they go into adulthood, it'll give them those skills to get along better as an adult in college or the workplace or anything else. So that's where I'm at, and I want them to have fun doing it, and I want them to do well at it, so that from this mechanism, they will grow and grow and grow as they go into adulthood too.
You guys seen Ted Lasso? The
I've not
show?
seen the movie, but
not.
I've.
It's a show on Ted. He's a real life Ted Lasso. That's it. Inspirational coach. That's you.
Yeah.
Well
That's
said.
great.
And I encourage, I tell you what, I as a teacher, I encourage them to do well in the classroom too. I ask them about what they did. Every time I see them, well, not every time, but a lot of times I'll ask them when they come to practice, hey, how'd you do in your algebra today? How'd you do in your English? I talk to them about that stuff all the time, but that's just my teacher in me.
Yeah.
And but I want them to do well as students, and they are. They're all high academic, my entire team, okay? And I have one that's not so high academic, but most of the team, I've got 10 out of 11, I think, that are doing really well in the classroom. They're good students. And I think this encourages them to do better as an athlete, too. It all kind of goes together, you know what I mean? It's just one positive experience, and that's what I want to promote, that positive experience of all those elements I just said.
Awesome. That is great. And, well, what's one of the main things you've learned from Coach and his coaching and teaching throughout the years as a tennis player at Galion? Carson?
I think it's just his overall philosophy of life, like he said earlier, and just to have fun with tennis. I mean, you know, you're young, so enjoy it while you can, because when you're older, more likely you're not as mobile. So, you know, make use of it while you have it now, and enjoy time with your buddies. So,
what about you, Jack?
Yeah, I mean, Coach is, he's always preaching just have fun with everything you're doing. And, you know, sports can be really, like, pressure-filled and can, you know, if you put too much pressure on yourself, lead to mental health stuff. But it's like with tennis, coming to play for Coach Pawsey every day, it's like, it's just fun. It's just fun. You don't feel that pressure that, like, you have to win or, like, it's just going to be bad. Like, it's just show up, do your best, and that's all you can control. So,
And talking,
Do you know the irony of all that?
what is it, Coach?
If we talk about all the positives like they just said, and some of the things I said,
Yeah.
the idea of growth and so forth and development and everything, they actually do well at tennis. So, I mean, you know, I want them to do well at tennis, but that's not the main reason we're there.
Could that be because you
But-
have them comfortable enough to learn and
Well,
just be comfortable playing?
If you take a student in the classroom that's happy to come there, is he going to try to do better than somebody that's sad when they walk in? So there you go. So they try hard to get better and better. Like I was telling you earlier, it's hard to get them off the court sometimes. We have practice at 3:15, and it's supposed to run to about 5:15 or 5:30, and some of them were out there on the courts at 6:15. And so I announced, just like I did today, I said, okay, it's 5:30, anybody that wants to go can go. And 3 out of 11 walked off the court. And the rest of them stayed about another 10 minutes, and finally we cut it. Because we're coming here.
You gotta be
Nothing
teaching
against you guys.
you gotta be teaching our fans and our viewers life lessons, because it seems like their main life skills they're winning at already. You know.
But my philosophy is, as a teacher and a coach, is to promote them being comfortable about what they're doing, so that they will by themselves promote hard work at doing those things, and that way they're doing it rather than me pushing it. You understand what I'm saying?
I do.
Okay.
All right. One last question for the both of you boys before we get to our final game. But Coach is teaching you life lessons. It seems like you are winning at those life lessons. But what has he taught you tennis-wise that you have been able to improve your game with?
probably my serves. You know, when I first started tennis, I had a super awkward serve, like, you know, somebody that would just start tennis kind of deal.
Mm-hmm.
And it took me, you know, many practices, but I finally developed a really, really good first and second serve.
Mm-hmm.
And now most of my teammates can't even return it most of the time. So
There you go. Yeah.
shout out Pawsey.
Shout out. Jack, what about you?
Yeah, I mean, I'm a baseball player, and then coach gave me a racket, and really it's just since sophomore year, it's just ever since just learning all the tennis skills, and he's taught me everything, really. I wouldn't consider myself a tennis player. Now I would, because he's shown me everything, so.
That's
Yeah.
awesome. That's great.
Yeah.
And just the game.
Being a baseball fan, kind of sad seeing you go, but hey, if you're better at tennis, if he can teach you that stuff and those life lessons, that's even better for you. That's
Not
awesome.
to boast or anything, but I'm going to tell you something. I've been doing this at Galion for 10 years.
Mm-hmm.
And in those 10 years, the teams that I've had, anyway, have won over 60%. Close to two out of three of everything I've done there has come out on the top. And that isn't because of me.
Mm-hmm.
But they come with the attitude that they want to do it, and it somehow just gets done. I don't know.
It's working. Somehow it's working.
But we teach them the skills. My partner, Jamie Hollis, and myself, we try to teach them all the tricks of the trade, and they catch on to it like they were talking there, and we just have a great time.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Well, we're going to have a great time here playing our final game. It's called Boomers versus Zoomers. Pop culture questions from the year of my choosing, and it was a year where we all tried to be positive, but really couldn't because it was the year of COVID, 2020. So, boys, I'm going to ask you 10 pop culture questions, or just questions about that year. Now, there was this game called Who Wants to Be a Millionaire on TV back when I was in high school, where you got lifelines. Well, your lifelines are, you can ask me for a hint, you can ask Coach for a hint, or you can ask our peanut gallery, John and Dan Messerschmidt back there, for a hint. You get one of those.
By the way, Dan Messerschmidt and we saw that program when it first came out.
Oh, I did too.
Yeah.
I went nuts for the first millionaire. Now people are winning multi-million dollars on all these shows and stuff. But that was the first crazy thing.
We're talking about the 60s, man. Go ahead.
So we're going to get into this 2020 questions from the COVID year. Boys, you're the only ones that can answer it. He's a lifeline, so only one time can he help you with a question. So let's get going. Number one, in what month did the country start shutting down due to COVID?
2019.
Well, what month in 2020?
Oh, what month?
What month in 2020
sorry.
did it start cutting?
Hold up. 2020 March, right?
Yeah, that's right.
Okay.
It was March.
Oh,
I actually was at Bowling Green, Colonel Crawford playing Ottawa Glandorf in a regional basketball game. We just got done. Brian Skoronsky, my now boss, comes over and shows me that the NBA just shut down a game because a player from the Jazz tested positive for COVID. That was the last day of normalcy until late. So well done. 1 for 1.
Let's go.
Question number 2. In January of 2020, before everything shut down, this female artist took home 5 Grammys, including Album of the Year for When We Fall Asleep, Where Do We Go? Who is the female artist? 2020, she really took off.
Gonna have to use you.
You're going to have to use me.
We're gonna need a
Yeah.
lifeline.
You're going to use me. Okay. What was one of her songs? Bad Guy.
Ooh, Billie Eilish.
Boom.
Yeah.
2 for 2.
That was a good utilized hint.
Yeah, there you go. That's what I was thinking as I was asking it. So, 1, you still have 2 lifelines left. You're 2 for 2. Question number 3. This Netflix show took off in March, featuring the stories of Joe Exotic and Carol Baskin.
Tiger King.
You are right. That is the Tiger King. I don't know if I'll be able to financially recover from this. A meme and GIF that is still used to this day. GIF. What is it? GIF or GIF?
GIF.
GIF?
It's GIF.
It's GIF. Okay, that's fine.
It's
GIF is more like the peanut butter. I like GIF. Question 4. In April, this ESPN docuseries highlighting the Chicago Bulls' final season with Michael Jordan was released, and everybody watched it. It's phenomenal. What was the name?
You've never. It's The Last Dance.
It is The Last Dance.
Never watched that.
Was it Monday nights? They showed 2
Yeah.
episodes for a month, and everybody was locked in on that. That was
I was locked in for sure.
so good.
It was
I
great.
watch it back
Yeah.
every once in a while now.
Yeah.
You got to watch it if you don't know what it is. It's
Okay.
literally it's stories from behind the scenes, how much of a competitor Michael Jordan is. You think now might give you if you're going through the conversation of Jordan or LeBron, look at this docuseries about Jordan. It might change your mind.
Where is he? What is he doing?
He used to be the owner of the Charlotte Hornets. He just gave that up though, and he's just golfing. He sold it. Oh yeah, he's a billionaire. Gave up, sold, whatever.
I
Okay.
think he's a billionaire before.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
He's on the golf course somewhere, or
Yeah.
playing poker with some of his friends.
Yeah.
Maybe a little bit of
Yeah.
tennis. Who never knows? Maybe you could coach him. He'll give you
Still
some of that money.
selling shoes or?
Oh yeah,
Okay.
Jordan's. Yeah, he's forever gonna be selling his shoes. The guy's gonna be. His grandchildren's grandchildren are gonna be
Oh,
set for
okay.
life because
All
of the
right.
money he makes.
He's with Bugs Bunny, coach.
All right.
Space Jam, the
Oh.
only Space Jam in my opinion. Like I love that one.
Agreed.
Question number 5. Question number 5. During the pandemic, this app took off, surpassing 2 billion downloads, featuring viral short-form videos.
TikTok?
Yeah, TikTok. Have you ever made a TikTok dance?
I have not. I don't even have TikTok.
I don't have TikTok.
I don't either.
I'm not gonna lie to you.
Thank you.
Instagram Reels.
That's
where it's at.
I don't even have
Okay.
Instagram.
Then Facebook. There you go. I was
Yeah.
gonna say if you did, maybe you should get coach in there for a TikTok dance, but no, do it Instagram
No,
Reel
that's
dance,
okay,
something
that's
like
Maybe
that.
we could do it with you guys.
That's okay. Yeah, I will.
Yeah.
I'll try it. I don't.
Well, I don't know in TikTok either.
I
So
don't know what you're doing, but that's okay.
5 for 5. You still have 2 lifelines as well. Question 6. In July, this hit Broadway show was released on Disney Plus, so everybody could watch it in movie form, with its main character played by Lin-Manuel Miranda.
We're gonna need a lifeline for sure.
Yeah.
I would suggest the Peanut Gallery.
Peanut Gallery.
Peanut Gallery. Oh, that's a good guess. What was that?
We'll say Hamilton.
You're right.
Yeah.
It is Hamilton. It is the hip. I've heard nothing but
Thank
really
you,
good
audience.
things about that too.
Thank you, audience.
I don't go to plays, but I do want to see that. It's actually Playhouse Square. I don't know if you guys like plays or whatever. It's at Playhouse Square this year. But yes, Hamilton, about Alexander Hamilton and him getting shot back in the day. He was the treasurer for George Washington.
Yes, he was. I remember that.
I looked that up
there,
on
Coach?
Wikipedia.
I'm really
today, so I know.
old, man.
I
Actually, I just read it in a history book.
Did you get his autograph?
No, I just read it
You're
in a
not that
history
old, right?
book. Yeah.
6 for 6. You still have a lifeline left, your coach. Number 7. Also in July, this hit pop artist surprised everybody by releasing her album titled Folklore.
Folklore.
This hit pop artist, female hip hop artist, just released an album because she knew it was COVID without people knowing. Then she released one later in the year too.
Man.
You got me.
He doesn't got a clue. We'll say Taylor Swift.
Can we call?
You're right.
Taylor Swift.
He said Taylor
Taylor
Swift,
Swift.
and he is right.
Hey, and that's when they started those Swifty people.
They started the Swifty TikTok dances because
Yeah. I remember those Swifty people in the dancing and
There
all
you
that.
go.
Yeah.
The guess was correct, and you guys are 7 for 7, and you still have 1 lifeline remaining in coach. Question number 8. In August, these 2 hip-hop artists released the instantly viral song WAP. Do not say the name, please. This is a PG show, but you know the 2 artists that released
If you don't know what they're saying, it is the letters W,
AP. Yes. Means 3 words, but they're 3 hip-hop artists. Do you know, or 2. They're 2 hip-hop artists. Which 2 ladies sang that
Was
song?
one Nicki Minaj?
No.
I would say Cardi B
Yes.
and Megan Thee Stallion.
You got it.
Really?
You got it.
Let's go, Jack. Come on.
Go, Jack. That's great, man.
Do not say what the name of the song is in full because we'll just move on.
Coach, what is it?
No,
I have no
don't.
clue.
You don't know.
Yeah. If you saw my folders of music, you haven't named much yet. I don't think you've named anything.
Conway
yet.
Twitty.
Well, yeah, I got a couple songs. Yeah.
Question number 9. Also in August, this hit TV show released on Apple TV about an American football coach managing soccer in England.
Oh, Ted Lasso.
That is Ted Lasso.
Yeah.
Hey,
There you
good
go.
job,
Gotta
Carson.
watch
Yeah.
it.
Mentioned
Very
it
good.
earlier. How do you
Be a
utilize that?
goldfish. Be a goldfish.
There you go.
All
Your
right.
chance to go 10 for 10. In October, this NBA team won the Bubble Championship. After the season resumed at Walt Disney World, they had to sit in their hotel rooms for 5 days so nobody had COVID. Then they played in the bubble for the rest of the season, and they ended up winning the quote-unquote Bubble Championship. Who was it?
I'll let Jack say it.
The Los Angeles Lakers.
The Los Angeles Lakers with the asterisk because they won in the bubble. But yes, LeBron James
LeBron and them.
won another championship there. 10 for 10.
All right.
And a lifeline in hand.
All right. Give me a hit, guys.
And a lifeline in hand. Congratulations, boys. You joined the ranks of the unbeaten in Boomers versus Zoomers. We're out of time, but before I let you guys go, I'm going to let you all give some shout-outs. So, Coach, if you'd like to shout out anybody, as many people as you want, look into this camera and go for it.
I just want to thank my wife, Chris, for letting me be the teacher and coach that I am. I appreciate my sons, Matt and Joey, my grandchildren, Madeline, Sophia, Abby, Natalie, and my grandson, Chase, and Nikki and Megan, my granddaughters. My daughter-in-laws.
Hey,
I appreciate my whole family. We are very close, and we like doing what we do, and they support what I do, and I appreciate you guys.
There we go. Thank you, Coach. Carson?
Oh, I want to thank Jamie Hollis, my assistant.
Oh, yeah, your assistant. Got to thank your assistant,
Yeah, I got to
too.
have that.
There you go. Carson?
I gotta give a shout out to my mom. Love you, Mom. My dad, my sister Ryan, my grandparents, and I think that's about it.
All right. Jack?
Shout out all my family and friends. Shout out to our former assistant coach, Phil Paluga. Awesome guy. Yep.
We had another assistant coach. He wasn't able to keep going, but he's a really nice guy. He's a good guy with tennis.
Shout out.
But Coach Phil, we appreciated him.
Awesome. Anybody else, Jack?
Nope, that's it.
That's it. All right. Well, gentlemen, thank you very much for coming on. Best of luck as you start your season. Let's see if you guys can make it far this year and go to it's either Cincinnati or Worcester. I don't know where states are for you guys, but hope you make it down there and bring back some hardware. Best of luck to you guys. The Galion boys Galion Tigers boys tennis team.
We appreciate you.
I appreciate you.
I had a great time.
This
In
was
fact-
fun.
In fact, we'll just give you a big clap.
Oh, well, thank you. We're going to clap our ways out.
You and your assistant out here, and Mr. Messersmith.
Yes.
And his buddy, I don't know.
Thank you.
Remember that guy.
Appreciate it. This has been the Coach's Corner. One more episode left in the season. Next week, we will have that coming for you on Wednesday. But for now, for all of us here in Bucyrus, have a good night from Bucyrus.